Alright, good evening and welcome to race 12 already of season 3 in Celerity eSports. We're at Silverstone today, an iconic circuit, and I think it's bound to have an exciting race today. And I'm not alone today, it's Hutchie and Burgersort, aka Brett and Liam, joining me tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Tom. Great to join you here on Celerity CL-1. It was such a fun race last night, a lot of DNFs, such a fast circuit is Silverstone. The weather looks good for qualifying. Yep. Already some guys coming on the track now. Looking forward to this one, should be good.
Yeah, evening guys, evening Tom, evening Liam. Very good to be commentating again on a Friday night for CL1 and of course at one of my favourite tracks. I am slightly biased because it is my home circuit. It's a circuit I've been to in real life and a circuit I like on this game. It's hard, it's fast, but it's a really good race. Looking forward to it.
I think you can always judge how good a track is if the corners all have names. Silverstone's right up there.
It's old school, right?
Hopefully we don't get as many safety cars as we did yesterday and have a clean race, but we'll see.
We will see. It's the most I've ever in a league race in situation, Tom. 5 safety cars yesterday in a 26-lap race.
Yeah,
it was tough. I think we all apart from Burgersort, we've got a P4 fantastically, but I was slightly disappointed. I don't know about yourself for yesterday.
Yeah, well, I'm happy with a fastest lap, to be honest, on this track. Not my favorite either, but
yeah, great point. Yeah, well done.
Was fun to get that one at least. But almost a full grid tonight, so maybe there's still one joining. We'll have to wait to see.
Not quite sure who you've got on the stream, Tom, but it's Rage Bolly who's going to set us going in this qualifying session. He's first across the line in the Alpine.
Yeah, we'll follow him on board then.
On the softs, Rage Bolly is such a good qualifier and a racer here. He's so quick, so consistent. Just goes into the village section here. Good trail braking there in third gear. Up he goes. Down into second. That's the way I take it. I'll take that as a benefit.
you know what? If you can be somewhere around similar to what Bolly does, you've got to be happy, right?
I'll take it. Yeah. Absolutely, I'll take it. It's such a difficult corner. This you're braking, turning. You want to hit that apex. He clips it slightly there. That's good. Sorry to mention it, Tom Woodcock here. He had a bit of an issue yesterday with Racer. It's such a difficult corner there. You want to get the traction early because it's such a fast section here down the old pit straight, going into Copse, one of the fastest corners in F1.
Yeah, you don't want to go side by side there. I think it will go into drama there. Yeah, and only Robin out on the mediums for the first run, so yeah, it's interesting.
Rage Bolly trying to get a toe off the old teammate there, brother Adam. Drops it into 5th. That's nice. Yeah, I think this is tidy from Rage. I think there's more in the bag here. I think this is a good solid banker lap, to be honest with you. This last sector's really difficult. You've got to get the car turned in, get the pace on. You can really lose 2 tenths here. What's he going to be? It's a 26.7. That's rapid. That's 3 tenths nice quicker than Paul yesterday in the tier below. As a banker lap, Lee Meister, a tier 2 driver, very quick driver is Lee Meister. 1.5 seconds off the pace already.
I think the main thing we've noticed yesterday, especially about this track, huge track evolution here, huge. Always worth getting a banker lap, first couple of laps of course it is, but the guys that went out latest yesterday really made a big benefit, really big benefit. I must admit, I'm not the best qualifier in CL2, but going out as late as I possibly could definitely did me a favour, and it did many other drivers as well.
I was following the Aston Martin drivers, and Justin got some DRS from his teammates, but just went wide and went into the pits there.
Yeah, they're both gone in the pits. So
TME on P2 and Nick joins into P3 there with a 127.2.
Nick is high. Nick and Roy Boy, the Red Bulls. Me and Brad seem to have a bit of a magnetism towards these Red Bulls, but they always end up next to each other on track. But they're already half a second off.
Yeah, there are strong teammates there, and definitely a big contender for the constructors as well.
Absolutely. As we all know, F1 is a good team sport, and the constructors is. It's not really spoke about much in Celerity, but it's such a good thing to have.
I don't think it's spoken a lot about if you've not got a strong teammate, if I'm perfectly honest with you. If you've not got a chance with the constructors, let's be honest with you, you don't really talk about it. And yeah, I think we'll both agree those guys in the Red Bulls have got an extremely strong team. Nick and Roy Boy consistently on the podium, consistently a shout with pole position if Bolly will step aside for 2 minutes. And those guys have been on the podium a lot, and Nick's had a really strong season as well. So, one team with 2 championship contenders, so really good shout for constructors.
Great races. Yeah, I nearly currently splitting the Red Bulls in P4 at the minute. It's almost 7/10 off Rage Bolly, but it's a good lap in the Williams.
Yeah. As Dirk is on his out lap right now.
Very, very quick racer is Dirk. We know him quite well, Tom and Brad from Tier 2. It seems relentless. He seems to always put himself in a position, though. He seems to always...
Oh, yeah, I think you got away there.
My microphone fell out there, guys.
Just like the pros.
What's the professionals here on Celerity? But yeah, as I was just halfway saying, Dirk, such a good racer in fairness. He always seems to leave himself with a lot to do. Whether it's, I don't know, an early lap crash or something, but he came through from the back in Portugal, came through quite quickly as well yesterday, but he then ran into some trouble with, I believe it was T Mike.
Yeah,
he did. I think Dirk's obviously, we know, he's a championship contender for CL2. He's had a couple of incidents recently where he's had perhaps a poor qualifying or an issue at the start, so he's had to make up some places. Very late yesterday, I think 4 or 3 laps from the end, stuck on a set of softs. It was make or break. He had to make up as many positions as he could, and it didn't work out for him. But still, he's an exciting driver to watch as we're watching him through comps there.
He's always there. He did a 27.6 first sector, which is not as quick as Reg Ball, who did a 27.3.
Yeah.
TMAO, it's about the same as. So let's see where he is at the end of Beckett's here, if he's still legal, which looks solid. Not the quickest, but clean.
Yeah, just keeping on track and get a banker in there for Dirk. I think that's the most important right now. Just a banker lap, and then you can go flat out in the less laps.
You can push it. Yeah. Tom, without trying to embarrass yourself, you had a couple of bad laps, didn't you, yesterday? But you did come good at the end. But it's a horrible position to be in. I've been there myself. Sorry, Tom.
Liam, leave him alone.
It's a P8 for Dirk, though. With 127.6. Yeah, it's when you have your first 2 laps invalidated, then it's or you're spun or crashed, then
yes,
all the pressure is on the last lap, and it's really important to still have a good lap, but also to keep it within the limits. And then, it's hard to push to the limits then. So
I think for the first 2 runs, it's simple to get a banker, then try for a fast lap. The first couple of runs, if you mess them up and don't get a banker, it's hard to have that third and final run as a banker. You don't want a banker on the third run. You want a competitive lap. So it's like you guys say, it's a lot of pressure on that last run.
Well, I had the opposite of that. I had a good banker, a good second lap. I went gung-ho on the third lap and binned it, killed myself, but luckily got P2. I just prefer to go all out on that last lap and not even think about track limits or anything, and just push it as much as I can.
Meanwhile, Justin, a lot of traffic ahead of him. Oh, and he just invalidated out of cops. The second invalidated left for Justin, so in the same position as me yesterday.
Is that Justin Wizzy you're looking at?
Sorry, just Moto.
Just Moto Velas, yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's like teammates, twins there in the Aston Martin. Both start with Just. Justin Wizzy is currently had a good toe down the hanging straight there. I don't know how his sector 2 was. I've just gone to him late, but he is on a legal lap. Be interesting to see if he can do anything here coming into the final.
There's some traffic in front of him.
Bit of traffic in front though. I don't think that should affect him, Tom. We shall see. It's Weetraz in the Mercedes.
Funny you guys have led me perfectly onto that.
P2 there.
Fantastic lap from Justin after a couple of poor results the last couple of races, especially in Portugal. It's great to see him back at the top there. Very interesting from Weetraz. I've just rode on board with him on his outlap. Very slow last sector. He let, I think, 3 cars by him as if he was waiting for a tow, but then let them get away. Went Roy Boy past, T Mike past, let I think one of the Aston Martins past. Obviously, our race winner in Portugal, if my memory is right.
Did what a great race that was. Just looking at this, Brad, just not to jump on you there. He has got a bit of traffic in front. I think all the guys in front are on a lap. He's got a Ferrari and Alfa Romeo moving out of the way there as well. So he should be okay. He should be okay.
Yeah, it looks like T Mike's abandoned his lap there, so not a good run there. If we stay on board with Weetras here, Weetras is going Maggots, Beckett's nicely down into 5th, into Chapel.
That's nice, yeah. Like
Meanwhile, Tuan is coming up to the line. Strong driver as well, but let's see what he can do in his lap right now.
Exciting team of McLaren, I feel, in CL1. Really
P6, 127.3.
P6, not bad.
Oh,
Roy boy now. And it's a P4 for him, a 127.1. Nice,
good lap
nice
from
time.
Roy Boy. Really good lap from Roy Boy.
Here comes Weetras. He's got a P2 at 26.9. Great result. Really like good lap there.
Just to point out, guys, for a bit of symmetry, the top 6 different teams. I quite like that. Bit of mixture up there at the top.
Good spot.
Rage Bolly currently on an outlap in the S's, so we'll go back to him in about 30 seconds or so. Who's on a good lap at the minute? Let's have a peek through. I think we're in that lull period. 5 minutes to go. People more likely to be on their outlaps than an actual lap.
It's brother Adam with a 127.6.
Yeah, good spot there, Tom. Nice to see the CL2 drivers there coming through the ranks as well. Probably worth mentioning to anyone that's not familiar. I think we all watch plenty of these streams, but we've got See You Later there from CL2, Dirk, brother Adam, Lee Meister, T Mike, who's currently our top CL2 driver, sitting in this league as a stand-in. Thanks for joining, fellas. All outside the top 10 right now, but do not let that fool you. There's plenty to come outside of strategy in this race.
True.
Just on board in the Alpine of Rage Bully here. He's just coming up towards the end of Sector 1. He's took that really tight. He's got the power early. This should be a good first sector. Straight on the DRS. Give it the gung-ho. Let's have a look what the Sector 1 time is like. He is just outside. He's almost a 10th off his best time.
Interestingly, he goes to 3rd there in Brooklands, Liam. That was a big gear down in 2nd at Luffield.
I mean, I do 2nd at Luffield, but I don't do 3rd. So, like I say, I feel stupid for even...
he's abandoning his lap.
He's abandoned. So is he saving hers? He's got 4 minutes left of the session. Hopefully he's got enough fuel. He's looking for a gap on track. I think he's going to go again, but... Interesting. Could that affect him in the race for one lap sort of older tyres? The tyre wear's not horrendous here at Silverstone, but there's fine margins in CL1.
I mean, the CL1 guys are masters at measuring tyres. Probably a good segue into the tyre strategy here. It's definitely one stop. We know that soft hard is a very, very safe strategy, but soft medium is very doable. In fact, it was the preferred strategy from Codemasters yesterday in the race.
Bolly, the pits. He's going to be touch and go, you know. It's going to be touch and go.
Following See You Later right now in his lap. Trying to improve on his P18.
Yeah. So he's looking at his Sector 2 time. Sector 1 time, he's matched his first Sector 1 time. He's currently the last driver who set a time. But let's see how he does coming out of Sector 2 in Chapel. He's a 10th off, so I don't think he's going to improve here unless he had a real big mistake on his first lap.
Yeah, it's a time he can improve on, so let's see. Around the last chicane.
Solid racer. See You Later. He's been in Celerity quite a while now. He's always there or thereabouts. He doesn't leave much on the table. He gives it his all every lap. I think it's fair to say. He's always in the mix.
I think we're going to see everybody out at the same time.
Well, I was just looking at the same thing, Tom. I mean, with 2 minutes 50 left in the session, and we have got 17 drivers in the pits. Now, we've got some movement there. I think just Motovelos is just coming out.
Yeah, that's important for him to get a clear run. He's got massive space on track, and importantly, just Motovelos, who is a very competitive driver, is down in P19. Now, we talked about this beginning of the session here. If you mess up your first couple of runs, you've got one run to make it right. Yeah,
Pressure's on. But speaking of pressure, 2 minutes 24.
Ooh, JKP 6 tenths up already.
Wow.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's,
that's
P8, P9.
Yeah, so that could elevate him into what, P5, P6 currently, and he's still got the final few corners to go, so let's have a quick look at this. Keeps it in third. That's nice. Hit the apex.
Looking
Car
really
number
good.
43. Here he goes. Full throttle. Puts him into P10.
Just lost out in the last chicane. 2 tenths.
But you're thinking, he's just lost it. Oh! Well, pretend we didn't see that on the stream. But he's likely to be dropped down into P11, P12 maybe, so gives him the option of fresh tyres. So it's not the worst position in the world to be in.
I mean, personally, if I was JRKP, I would want to be dropped out of the top 10 now that I've just taken, what was that, 2-3 spins there?
Yes, 100%. Them tyres will be red hot and a bit worn.
By the way, Brett, if you want, you can join the lobby as well.
Thanks, Tom. I'm already in, way ahead of you.
Oh,
I thought you were in.
I missed it.
Just a quick shout out to T-Mike. He's in P12 at the minute on 127.4. He got pole position last night in CL2, annoyingly. But it was a 27 dead, so he's definitely got pace in the bag here. He's just probably had a couple of off laps, but I'm interested to see. A 27 dead will currently put him in P6, so I'd expect some improvement from T-Mike. He's a great racer, is T-Mike. Really fair, really clean, very consistent.
Right. Just going to invite Dirk, guys. Sorry, Dirk's mentioned he needs an invite back into the session 2-6.
Just forgive me, Tom. Who are you following on the stream?
We're now with Just Motivated, so 27.4, so it's a nice sector 1 for him there. As he had a little bit of a wobble.
I will watch this with you live. Into Cops currently, into 8th gear. Does he take it in 7th or 8th? Let's have a look at his throttle application. He's lifted a bit, kept it in 8th. That's solid. I like that. That's solid.
Yeah, keeping it safe, I think. It's doable to go full throttle
lifts
there.
A bit, drops to 7th, lifts a bit, drops to 6th, brakes, drops to 5th, throttle, 6th, go, DRS. It's a 103.2 middle sector.
Very nice. Very nice. Just catching up some of the guys here. We've got a lot of runners coming through here right now. I believe that Tio, I think, if I'm right, Tio is the first of our fast runners here coming through on his outlap. He's just coming. He's he's got a big train of cars behind him, big amount of space in front there.
Oh, a P2, really nice from him there.
Great lap. Great
here
lap.
is the track evolution we talked about here, boys.
Under pressure is a 10th off Rage Bolly. That's a great lap, in fairness. Rage Bolly currently, his first sector was 600ths up, so he's currently in the middle of, towards the end of sector 2.
And takes P2 there.
Yeah, that's a great lap.
And
Rage Bolly, guys, sorry to interrupt. Almost 3/10ths up already. This is special. Watch this.
I nearly now coming across the line, and it's a provisional pole for him there.
Just quickly before Bolly crosses the line.
Watch this for Rage Bolly. I'm
Nick
sorry.
Evan down in P10, he is nowhere near.
This. There he is.
Yeah,
there he
that's
is.
crazy. And Plankton P8.
Plankton's still my shout of the day. That guy is a commentator's wet dream, as I said last week. I know you're not supposed to say that, but he is great to watch. He's always in the mix.
And it's a really fair race to drive against. So
Twan up into P9 there. The McLaren's P8, P9. Ah, Roy Boy splits them. Both
P9
the Red Bulls
for
there.
Boy.
Oh, that's
nice.
It's a poor showing from Nick Evan. I'm sorry, but
the Red Bull boys aren't on top of the game right now.
Wheatras there sneaks back up into P3.
10th up, so let's see what he can do. Where is he? P3, yeah.
No, Wheatras just stuck up there, just completed his lap, Liam. Great lap.
Great lap from Wheatras. So I think, boys, that is it. T-Mike is on a lap, I think, coming into the final sector. Tio's in the way, he's going into the pit, so let's see what T-Mike can do. He must have been really last of the late runners. Drops into second, up to 4th, power. Is he going? There it is, into 5th early. I think he's improving. 127.3, P14. It's slower than last night for T-Mike 91.
Well, that's pole position for Rage Wally with I nearly closely followed in with a 126.6 in P2, and then Wetras with a nice P3. It's a tight qualifying. A lot of guys in a 126.8 there, and then Robin with a 126.9 in P6, Justin with a 126.9 in P7. And in 8th, there's the first 127, so it's really close qualifying there.
Rage Bolly is clearly a man on a mission tonight. I'd expect him to get outside that DRS zone before DRS gets activated, but let's see. Tom, do you want to put us down the grid when it finally pops up from Codemasters?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, so we have P1, Rage Bolly, behind him, iNearly with P2, P3, Wetrus, Tiomio, Just Mortavelos, Robin in P6, Justin Wazep in P7, Plankton, and then, that's for Roy Boy, yeah, how do you say it? It's not nice for him for his championship hopes there, but yeah, he will be fighting his way up for sure. And then you have in P10 Twan.
Tom, sorry to interrupt, just a shout here while we're in between the break. Dirk has asked if you could send him an invite. I've tried him a couple of times, and he seems to think that the host needs to send him an invite. Thank you.
He's just sent he sent a request to watch my gameplay. I don't know if that does anything.
I've tried him a couple of times. Invite doesn't work. He seems to think the host needs it, but Dirk's trying to join us.
I will try and send him one as well, because we like Dirk. Let's get him in there.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's Roy Boy and Nick Evan both fighting for the championship in P9 and P11.
Really surprising results there from those two, actually. Both strong qualifiers. This is a tough track, traditionally. Really tough, fast track. Some drivers don't like it. Tom, if my memory's right, I know you're not a particular fan. Some drivers just aren't. It's not an easy track, but if you can hook it up, it's a dream. But if it's not, it's easy to spin. It's easy to get track limits here. Very easy to get track limits, actually. We saw quite a few penalties yesterday.
Yeah.
For those under 18, please don't drink. But just to let you know, I have had a couple, and I was quicker than Roy Boy and Nick Evan last night. But no, these two are superb races. You know, I think it'll be really, really good to watch these Red Bulls come through the field. Interested to see what Plankton does in P8. Justin Wazep in the Aston Martin and Just Mortavelos, don't count them out. This should be a really good race, but Tio Mayo has done a great deal in this sector. I've bigged him up so many races while I've been commentating, and yeah, he's always there or thereabouts, but he just hasn't hooked up a race. Maybe tonight is the night he gets a podium.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, what are your predictions for this race, the top 3?
Well, after saying that, Tom, I think Tio Mayo for P2. I think Rage Bolly's got this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm going Weetress for P3. So I'm going Rage Bolly, Tio Mayo, Weetress, Plankton P5. I'd expect T-Mike of all the CL2 drivers to get P9 or 8 in the points.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
I'd say definitely Rage Bolly in P1. It's a hard one. I think iNearly will do a great job as well, but I just expect Just Mortavelos.
Yeah, just such a great race.
Barging his way through for a P2.
Is there.
And then maybe due to a safety car, Roy Boy catching up for P3.
I think Roy Boy's going to have one of them nights where we think he's out of it, then he gets back into it,
yeah.
And then, you know, I think it's going to be one of those nights. Hopefully not too many DNFs, hopefully not too many safety cars, but good luck all, let's keep it clean. What do you think, Bragg, for the top 3?
Alright.
Cheers, Brad. Thanks for that.
Sorry, fellas. Sorry about that. I just went to quickly get my laptop on so I can watch on a slightly bigger stream as well. Sorry about that.
Nice. Dual screen here.
But just a heads up, we got 4 drivers on the medium, and one of them is Nick Evan. So it's interesting to see what he is going to do on those mediums.
Nick on it. Yeah, that's a great shout, Tom. Good spot. I think that will be very, very interesting by lap 9, lap 10. The softs will last between 9 and 11 laps, but here we go with the lights.
Yeah, 5 lights. And there's a jump start from I think that's
JKP.
And Dirk.
Dirk left the session, so
great start from Rage Bolly there.
Great start from Bello.
And Robin already passed Just Mortavelos there, so there goes my podium candidate.
A couple 2-3 wide there going into the loop, heading down
as
to
the
this
Martin guys fighting. Roy Boy already down to P11. It's a poor start from him there.
Yeah,
Very,
I'm on board with Roy
very
Boy right now. He just had a slow start away, got a little bit bogged down in turn 1 and 2, really unlucky, so he's got a lot of work to do now.
Just a quick shout out to my teammate, brother Adam. He's currently lost 2 positions. He's currently running in P19, but keeps it clean. I'm sure he'll get back into it.
Ooh, nearly takes a slight trip out wide on Cops there. Going through Maggots Beckett's, it's just allowed Wheatres to close up from P3 up to nearly into P2 here. No DRS enabled.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Roy Boy behind Plankton currently. He's using that as he wants to get in front of Plankton. Plankton's going to defend this. Right up the inside, it's surely not going to go around the outside. He is. Roy Boy, I like this. I think that's going to be a warning.
Yeah,
he's got the inside. He's got the inside. There it is.
Side by side still.
This is
a little bit of a wobble from Plankton there, but keeps it on track, and Roy Boy's through.
Roy Boy's off the track.
Oh yeah, that's a penalty. 3 warnings already.
3 warnings already for Roy. I mean, we spoke on the chat about patience. It's a 26 lap race. Yes, Roy, you've not had a great start, but keep it patient. You've got the pace.
Yeah, now Plankton looks very frustrated to get past him again. Plankton, again, aggressive driver, great to watch.
Aggressive.
He's got to be careful with his limits as well, because Plankton is a magnet for penalties, as much as I hate to hear that. He does struggle with limits a little bit. If he keeps it together, he's got an easy chance of taking Roy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
this is great. This is a great battle.
Nick trying to defend from Twan as well. The McLaren boys are pushing the Red Bulls.
Super aggressive on the Red Bulls here. I like this. Currently, Rage Bolly is almost at second
yellow
now
flag.
DRS.
Oh, it's brother Adam.
It's brother Adam. Oh, missed it, teammate.
He takes a Mazda spin already.
Oh, and the Aston Martins. Oh, just in closely behind Mortal Vedals there.
VR Robin here on Wheatres using all the airs, both of them. He's going around the outside. Wheatres defending. Surely not. Watch this. No, he's going to tuck in behind. I think. Oh, slight contact, maybe. No, I think we're good. Good racing.
A little bit of a kiss there.
Well, here we go again.
Around the outside.
Williams round the outside currently gets the inside. That's a fantastic. Is he going to make it stick? No.
No. Wheatres defence fantastic.
Great defence on the. Here comes again. He's not using air, so I don't think he's just going to hold back.
Plankton and Roy Boy back it again. Going side by side into the first corner. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Little bit of wide Plankton there.
It goes wide, but Roy Boy gets the position and keeps it.
And the Aston Martins as well fighting for position. It's just now past Mortal Vedals.
Yeah.
So they
currently
switched.
Behind Twan and Nick Evan are having a great battle as well, Tom. I think if you watch this from P11 upwards, this is a great battle.
This battle between the McLarens, this is Red Bull.
And Roman got past Wheatres as well, but Wheatres is
Red Bull McLaren sandwich. 8th to 11th. This is fantastic to watch.
Yeah, Robin got best Wheatres there, so he is into P3. Williams second and third right now, and Wheatres holding up Tio Mio.
Robin's had a great start. Nilly keeps it clean, keeps it calm. We've not mentioned him. P2, solid. But currently, I'm on board with BLS Twan. This is a great battle between 8th and 11th. The McLaren Red Bull massacre. Nick Evans going wide. I think he's got him here. The McLaren's got him.
Great patience from Twan.
Yeah, great.
Meanwhile, Tio Mio.
Plankton going on Roy. Plankton's up the inside. Oh, he's holding it, is he? This is great to watch. Roy, I think, goes wide again.
This
side
corner
by side.
here, this chicane at Abbey, it's just not...
But here comes Roy. This is fantastic racing.
Roy!
Oh, Roy.
Oh, Plankton, there's the penalty.
Yeah.
He should have just kept it patient.
But I called it, boys. What a wet dream this guy is to commentate on. Is he going to send it? He isn't. He's holding back. He's going to get the DRS. Roy's gone slightly slow and wide, but this is great.
I think that's defensive. Defensive.
Gets the switchback. Does
the ERS is...
Both of these, they've used the batteries. Plankton's sliding there, using it all.
Just a note behind, by the way, Twan and Nick Evan have an absolute chunk of ERS.
Oh, he's going for it down the inside on Roy.
Roy up the inside there. But here comes the switchback from Plankton. Does he get the exit? He does. He's using the battery again. These two are so aggressive. It's great to watch.
Yeah, last lap was also a little bit distracted by Mio and Robin having a great battle as well. There was just battles all around the track, to be honest.
Yeah, it's great to watch. It really is.
Well, two Aston Martins going out again here, guys. Wheatraz trying to close up on the back of Justin, who's trying to close up on the back of Tio. This is a great... Tio's going for a move here on P3.
Robin,
yeah, Wheatraz already in P6.
Tough to hold it around the outside. I think he's got that. No, he hasn't.
No. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, it's a yellow flag. It's Twan who crashed
Twan's
there.
gone in the McLaren. Is he? I think he's still in. Has he got damage? I think he's okay.
Roy Boy still on the inside of Plankton, and he's keeping it ahead for now.
These two. This is fantastic to watch. Look at that. That is. They are touching. They are kissing wheels. They are kissing wheels.
Plankton isn't giving way.
Oh, boys, I am loving this.
And
I am
Nick.
absolutely love. Look at the Red Bulls now. Nick is right up there.
Oh, and it's T-Mike.
T-Mike's there as well.
He touched Nick there.
Nick is smelling this. He's got all the battery in the
it's
world.
T-Mike.
Look at this. God, he's on the mediums. Don't forget, he is on the mediums. I think
it's Plankton now down the inside. And Nick lost the 2 places again. And T-Mike slotting in behind.
I am liking this.
This battle. Wheatraz meanwhile getting
currently a 3-second penalty. He is the Aston Martin sandwich at the minute. Is Wheatraz? He's in between just
and Roy Boy getting ahead before Magus and Beckett. Oh, and it's another 3 seconds.
Penalty. Roy.
Already on 6 seconds there.
Oh, look at Nick Evan
and
on the
Nick
outside
Evan,
of Plankton. And Mike's coming up as well. This could be tasty. It's so tasty.
Robin takes a spin there, by the way. Robin's dropping back. I think he had a bit of contact with one of the Aston Martins there.
That's
podium contender there. So.
It really is. But,
just
wide, Plankton and Evan.
Justin takes a spin there at Abbey as well, the other Aston Martin.
Justin!
Oh, and it's T-Mike now getting past Nick Evan as well. Poor exit from him, and T-Mike is through.
Oh, wow!
Illegal overtake. Illegal overtake.
Yeah. He's lost 2 places there. Lee Meister's currently on him.
And it's Lee Meister there.
I think we're okay. Mike's got to hold that. But Luma 1, 2, 3 on the mediums.
I think.
Ferrari
It's a safety car. I think, right? It's Justin off.
No,
no.
Still a yellow
flag. Justin went off again.
Oh my
Boys, can we calm down at the minute? Let's just get a recap. Lap 6 of 26. Rage Bolly 2 seconds in front of Inilly, who is currently 2.3 seconds in front of T and Mayo. Wheatraz another 2 seconds behind them. Just Motorvelas another second behind them. That's top 5. That's boring. Let's get back to this battle.
Yeah, well, it's just while we were watching the battle between the Red Bulls and McLarens, I think Robin and Justin both spun out of podium positions, and Roy Boy keeps cutting the corners. So I think a 9-second penalty is inbound.
Absolutely, Roy just cuts the grass over Chapel there. Huge.
Round the outside, Plankton again.
Just a shout out to
Plankton takes another penalty.
A pit stop for just Motorvelas there.
Yeah. VR Robin, guys, he was running in P2 or P3. He's pitted for the mediums and he's got a 5-second penalty, so he must have sped in the pit lane. That's
down the inside for Plankton. Is he gonna do it?
This is great to watch. Look at this. Look at this from Nick Evans in the mediums. Roy Boy.
And he touches him.
Little spin. He's held it. Great driving. And here comes the Ferrari of Luma as well. Don't forget him, guys, on the mediums. T-Mike is waiting. He's like a predator.
He's going down the inside of Luma right now.
He is. I think he's got him. He's on the softs. He should get the traction. Yeah, look at him closing up. But he's currently got the outside here for this corner. Luffield
going for a switchback.
Yeah. I don't think here's a good place for overtaking mode. Hold your ears. Wait for the DRS. This is a DRS train.
Nick Evan now right on the back of Plankton.
Nice and patient. Good place to hold it here for Nick Evan.
Yeah.
Go into maggots.
Just worth mentioning.
Yeah. Just worth mentioning. Plankton and Roy Boy with 6 seconds would currently put them down to P10 and P11.
Yeah.
So Nick Evans, I think, has got the run here on Plankton. Here he goes up the inside. That's a good move.
Great opportunity there. Nick, I was riding on board there with Nick. Plankton had a little wobble coming into Chapel.
Yeah,
Nick saw it.
Held his battery and waited for it. So the Red Bulls, as we mentioned in quali, they always seem to stick together.
Finally ahead of Plankton.
Oh, good racing. Mike's there, ready to pounce.
Great. Can I just point out, great defending there, by the way.
Yes.
We've seen so many cars go into... my memory's gone, Liam. The last club corner, the last chicane, going into that last chicane. A lot of drivers go around the outside there, but Nick planted his car middle of the road. Plankton had nowhere to go. Brilliant.
Yeah, Alonso-esque, great defending. Roy Boy looks a touch wide again there. So Nick Evans with 0 penalties on the mediums on the alternative strategy in P6.
I think we're going to see some team orders here. I think Roy needs to give up that position.
Oh, I'm surprised he hasn't gone through there.
It looks like they're both faster than Plankton right now.
Yeah.
But I think they're both slow. I don't think... Is he letting it by or not?
No. I think Nick Evans quicker than Roy here.
I do, really I think Roy's holding off. Why is he not passing him?
This is familiar.
Why is he not passing him? I can't believe Roy's not letting him by, but, you know...
I mean, why wouldn't you let your teammate through there? I do not know.
With the mediums as well.
Yeah, let's see how that plays out. Interesting. Taking a look behind now, Luma is cruising up to the back of Team Mike here and Plankton. Bit of a DRS train here. So Team Mike going for an overtake on Plankton, and Luma goes for an overtake on Plankton.
Sorry, Brad. Nick Evans has got through Roy Boy there. So Nick Evans, I think, is quicker than Roy Boy, despite being on the slower tyres. He's got no penalties.
Ooh,
Nick
Plankton
Evans is in a prime position here for a podium.
Yep, sensible move by the Red Bulls there. Had to be done that.
Plankton re-overtakes Luma there with a nice move in the chicane.
Luma's well wide there. That's great to watch.
Little kiss there from Plankton. Slightly aggressive.
But I don't know. Does he have... Oh, it is a spin from Roy Boy there.
Roy. We said it last race. He's got such pace, but it's just not... Swan's got past him. And see you later. Oh, Roy.
That's his race gone with the seconds he has.
I think it is. Robin currently medium tyres, 29.5, fastest lap. Just shows you the mediums are starting to come to life now. The softs are going to be coming off a little bit.
This is a big chance for Nick Evans to, I don't know, gain points on Roy.
To me, Nick Evans is favourite for P2.
Yeah.
Rage Bolly is 3.5 seconds in front of I-Nearly. We keep sort of going over him and glossing over him. He's been great. You know.
Yeah.
He's kept it clean in the Williams, P2. Tio Mayo as well, worth a shout out, currently P3. My spot for the podium, but the top 4, dare I say it, boys, it's been a bit boring. These guys are running their own race.
By the way,
pitted.
just Morten Velus has pitted already and went onto the hards.
That's that's a great spot, Tom. In this, Robin and P16 is right on the back of JRA.
Yeah, so I think just Morten Velus has spent as well somewhere, or got some damage. Otherwise,
lots of guys jumping in the pits.
Big ramifications here, big differences for the championship.
Rage Bolly, I mean, is that early
yellow flag?
10?
It's Robin and JRKP.
Robin's gone. He was right on the back of JRKP, but he is gone.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a safety car?
Oh,
is that going to be a safety car? He's on the outside of Stowe, is that, Brad, I think?
Yes, it is.
I think we're going to be okay. If it is going to be a safety car, it's going to be very, very, very late. So,
I think no.
Rage Bolly has pitted. It's not. Rage Bolly's pitted onto the mediums. He's P13. I think that's a bit early. He's put himself into traffic for no reason. But we'll see. He's behind the Aston Martin and Justine Wizek.
By the way, does Plankton have any sort of damage? Because he's just struggling behind Team Mike. His pace is gone.
With that, Tom. He is. He's taking it a bit easier through the S's. He's using all that battery again. That battery's just gone. Team Mike's flashing as well. Is he? Surely not. Surely not. Oh no.
Glad he didn't do that.
I think
is he struggling with tyre degradation? Because 10 laps is long to be. He stayed out again. Is he? That's a long time to be on the softs. Don't forget. Plankton has battled every single lap here. He's taken a few trips off the
Mail
circuit.
pits and Mike pits. So we've kept him quiet in the Williams. He's looking solid, guys. He's looking really, really solid.
Oh, if a safety car comes out now, he's a fantastic place to pit.
Yeah.
But Nick Evan on the mediums in P3. I mean, he must be delighted with this. Rage Bolly is now up to P10 with the pit as P9. I don't know how far he's off Brother Adam. I can see him. I think it's more than a second. So he seems to have got away with a bit of traffic. I think he'll catch up with Brother Adam pretty quickly. But we'll see. I'm trying to look at the closest battles on track. Luma's just inside a second of Plankton, but I think that's the closest battle on track at the minute.
Roy Boy pitted as well, back in P15 there.
Yeah, Roy, very aggressive very early. I don't think it's paid off.
It paid off for us, but we enjoyed it.
100%. It's worth the entrance fee alone.
Definitely. Classic Roy.
Yeah. So the McLaren's in P4 and P6, Plankton with a 6-second penalty. Weetraz with a 3-second penalty jumps into the pits on lap 11, as does I-Nilly. So let's see where Rage Bolly comes out. This will be very interesting. He's got the DRS. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has on Adam. So surely he's going to make a move. Maybe not in this corner, but the next. Let's see if Brother Adam makes it wide.
I nearly Wetrus and Plankton into the pits finally. Luma was catching really fast onto Plankton, so...
Yeah. Just watching Rage Bolly here. He's on the outside of Brother Adam. Cuts him back. Adam's making it very wide. Maybe he didn't see him, but he's made that look easy.
Oh, he's so
nice move.
Ooh,
and fastest lap as well.
Different class there.
While fighting as well, so...
Yeah, different class.
Shout out there, just bringing up on Brother Adam, by the way. 11 places up so far. Yes, he's going long. Yes, he's starting on the mediums, but
it worked yesterday for him.
There.
Yep, it worked yesterday for him.
Ooh, and Plankton coming out behind T-Mike.
That's interesting. So the undercuts work there for Mike.
Yep.
And bear in mind, Plankton's got 6 seconds. Mike's a good shout for some good points here. Weetraz is still out there on the medium. So, yeah, Mike in P10. That's good. You've got Brother Adam to pit, CL-1 to pit, and Luma to pit, I believe, and Nick at some point. CL-1 currently getting another 3 seconds of penalties. That's 6 for him in the Haas in P4 currently. After all that, Nick Evan leading on the mediums. He's had a great first stint. So, Brad, you did the alternate strategy yesterday. How long did you make the mediums last?
No, I didn't do the alternate strategy actually, Liam. I very nearly did.
Apologies.
No. I think I had a spin or an incident very early on, so I went hard tyres very early on, P2, P3, so not far off this situation. For me, it worked well. You feel in control, you sit further up the grid, you just kind of sit back and run your own race a little bit, which is exactly what Nick can do. He's in free air right now, he's got great pace. Nick can just sit here and wait for a little while. He's got a couple of strategies here.
It's Roy Boy and he spun. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Roy.
He went down the inside of JKP and spun away.
And he tags JRKP for good measure there.
The Aston Martin going right round it.
Matteo going
they've
through.
got to fight it. He's got hot tyres. He's got to fight it. P16 and 17. Wow. Roy. Commentator's curse maybe, but... It's been an awful couple of races for Roy. Such a great racer. Such pace, but the consistency just seems to have gone.
And
Rage Bolly, guys. Rage Bolly, I think Rage Bolly is going to be looking at the gaps. He's 2-point-odd seconds in front of I-Nilly. He's going to be well in front.
Plankton is through T-Mike with a nice move there.
Yeah, very nice move. Up cut there.
Lovely,
up the old national pit straight.
But Mike should get DRS after Maggots and Beckers in the S's section, so this could be interesting. Both got similar amounts of battery. Let's keep on board with this. Mike's right on the backside of Plankton.
Yeah, Mike's in a great spot here. Takes it
well. Wide, though. That's wide from Mike, but he should still get the move done. He's 4 attempts off. Here he comes. He's not using batteries, just letting the airs drag him along. Maybe he's just playing the long game, or maybe not.
Plankton forces him wide, and that's a great defence by Plankton.
It is, it is. Mike must be sitting there thinking, well, I've got a point. Plankton's got 6 seconds of penalties. Weechas has got a few in from Let's just hold it steady. I've got 12 laps left. I don't know. I've had some great battles with Mike this year. He's a great racer.
Still 4 guys have yet to pit. See you later with 13 laps old softs as well. So
interesting. Rage Bolly currently got in front of See You Later up to net P3. Well, it's a net P1 actually. Take that back. But it's made easy work of See You Later there without the use of DRS.
Take a look back down the grid, by the way, guys. Someone we've not covered an awful lot. Lee Meister currently cruising on the back of JRKP here with the DRS coming down the Wellington Straight.
Yeah, great spot.
Simple move there by Lee Meister.
JRKP offered no defence there, but he's gone deep. He's gone deep.
Oh, Lee!
Lee, that is I mean, that move was done, dusted, posted, invoiced, everything.
That should have been easy.
Oh,
yeah,
Justin.
Absolutely. Yeah, and
Justin
Justin gets through as well onto Roy Boy. P17 for Roy Boy. Guys.
Oh, wow. And it's a spin for Just Motivators as well.
Motivators and the Aston Martin, yep.
Is he out?
Lose all of these positions.
Oh, what a horrible place to lose. 180.
That's a nice move from him.
Yeah, fair play.
Smart to let those guys past.
100%. Moral points for Just Motivators.
Roy Boy again. Down round the outside of Justin.
That's deep.
No, he's held it. No, he's let him bast.
It's going to cut back to the inside. Justin closes that door for him.
Yeah, nice defending from him.
Great train.
Just on board with Plankton. T-Mike's got back ahead of Plankton into P9. Let's see how aggressive he is into T-Mike, because he's going to get DRS on the next straight. Bear in mind he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, but I don't think Plankton does conservative. Let's have a look. DRS. No battery usage. I think he should get him here. He's already put up the inside. Let's see what Mike does. He's not offering... Oh! Early break.
I think he's waiting for the hanger straight there then.
I mean, that would have been a sensible way to get him, but yeah, like you say, he's using the ERS now. Surely not into cops. Here we go. Around the outside? No, surely not. Brother Adam currently... 3 seconds per Plankton.
I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean,
he could have passed him earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's poor.
Oh, guys, just looking back down the field, Lee Meister goes for a move up the inside of JRKP at Cops. That did not work.
Behind him, though, bro. Behind him. Look at it for a train. Watch this from P15 of Justin Wessett.
It is Roy Boy!
Roy of the Rovers.
It isn't his day.
Here we go, Bo. Justin Wessett is going to be the big winner here. Is he going to get enough on JRKP? He must have big cojones at the minute. He's made up 2-3 places.
Lee's still defending hard. I think he's lost it finally.
Good move.
Great move by Joe.
And it's light.
Yeah, his cojones were big. The tyres disagreed.
And Roy Boy into the pits.
So I've got that. I think. Wow. Go on, Liam. Sorry. Wow.
I'm so sorry, Brad. But right, let's just have a refresh. Lap 16. Nick Evan on the mediums, not pitted. P1. Rage Bolly pitted onto the mediums. 11 seconds behind P2. I nearly already pitted onto the mediums. 19 seconds behind. So Rage Bolly is net 8 seconds in front. That is game over.
And Luma just pitted for the softs in P8.
That's very interesting. Good shout. Brother Adam still on the mediums. P4, 20 seconds behind the leader in a minute. You put 20 seconds onto that, it's P11, so he's on the cusp of points with a 3-second time penalty. TMAO currently going for a move on Adam on the outside. That's a solid move. Makes that stick quite easily.
Plankton has pitted again onto the softs and is in P16.
It's a strange call. He's got 9 seconds of penalties as well. The
probably
driver with the most amount of penalties. Weetrash goes up to P5.
Nick Evan into the pits.
Brother Adam pits. Yeah. Nick Evan and Brother Adam goes into the pits. So Rage Bolly showing his authority on this race. 8 seconds in front. You'd expect that to stay. I mean, I feel bad for not giving him much attention, but he is that good. It's Vettel in its prime. It's Hamilton in its prime. He's just there, isn't he? He's great.
Yep. Solid drive for Bolly.
Nearly though, yeah. We've not mentioned him much, I keep saying that, but great drive.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure if you just picked up on this a second ago. Sorry there, Tom. Just noticed Tio's the closest I've noticed he's been to Nilly for quite some time here. I think he's closing on the back of Nilly.
He is. I think he's quicker on these mediums. He's making these stick much better to the track than Nilly.
Oh, Jake.
So 1.3 seconds. Worth keeping an eye on that. Roy Boy with another 3 second penalty.
Brother Adam spin out. Coming out of the pits there.
So he's gone on the softs and he's. Yeah.
And Luma can't get past T-Mike on the medium, so he's losing a lot of time there. And
spin for Justin Wizep. He's kept it.
Yeah.
He's alive, but
the Aston Martins and Roy Boy, it isn't their race.
No.
And Luma finally getting past
Luma gets past T-Mike. Yeah, good move.
I wonder where Nick Evan will end up with his softs.
Well, he's on the softs. What's Reachas? Is Reachas on the mediums?
He is 5 lap all mediums right now.
Luma and Nick Evan on the softs. On the alternate strategy in P5 and P6 in the Red Bull and Ferrari. Both got half amount of battery. Could be interesting. Nick Evan's got 7 seconds behind Reachas though, so in 8 laps, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, and Luma already 10 places up from his starting point. Nick Evan 8 places, so those two are the big gainers as well.
Nilly with a 3 second penalty. That puts him almost into it's definitely P3. And Tio has actually got up to net P2. Great race from Tio.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a spin. Nearly spun. Nearly has spun. Nearly a spun coming out of cops. That's huge. I think Nick Evan's going to get him here. He has. Is he? Yes, he has. Wow. Nearly from comfortably into P2. He's got a 3 second penalty and then spun. I think he's just got another warning there as I went on board with him. So
from bad to worse for him there.
That's a bad. Yeah. He is. He's channeling his inner Roy Boy. So where are we? So T-Mike in P7 catching up with Luma a touch, but trying to work out where the next battle is.
Nick Evan has to gain 3 seconds on Wetrush to get that podium.
I think he can do that on the softs.
And
Nick Evan's got it dialed in now.
7/10 faster, so
he's dialed in. Nick loves a podium chat. We all know that. He wants
to be fair, from outside the top 10, that will be a great podium for Nick.
Yeah. Christian Horner would be happy with him. As for Roy Boy, well, let's put him in Helmut Marko's office. That's all I've got to say. So, how many drivers have we got with no penalties? Rage Bolly, Teo Mayo, Nick Evan in P4,
T-Mike P7 as well, and no penalties. It's a really good showing from him there.
It's a really good showing from T-Mike. You know, he got DNF'd quite early on last night. Such a solid racer as T-Mike.
Only 5/10 behind Luma.
Nick goes very wide at Luffield there a moment ago, takes a trip across the gravel. He's kept it on track, no issues so far, but I think that might be a wake-up call for Nick. He's got to keep it on track if he wants to get a podium.
He isn't really gaining as well, so...
He's just taken, I'd say, at least a second back there, Tom, from that trip across the gravel.
Meanwhile, Rage Bolly got up ever so slightly to the 10-second mark on Teo Mayo. 10
just
seconds.
Dominating.
That is insane pace.
Yellow flag, one of the McLarens. Oh, that's Plankton.
It's like Plankton. Yeah, Plankton.
T-Mike's a bit closer to Luma. I think T-Mike's going to have a go very shortly into the Danhang Straight, but we'll see. Might be worth keeping an eye on this one.
It looks like the softs aren't really working for Nick Evan and Luma, to be honest.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I don't think the alternate strategy is strong enough, Tom. I really don't. T-Mike is on Luma. Luma's on the soft, T-Mike on the mediums. T-Mike hasn't got a 3 second time penalty, so does he need to overtake him? He doesn't.
Well, if he wants to get Arnilli as well, he's only 3.6 seconds off Arnilli, so...
Just Motovelos and P10 and Aston Martin 2 seconds off Matteo. Matteo is someone we haven't mentioned at all in the Alpine. solid. No penalties, but P9 at the minute. 5.5 seconds off Twan in front.
He pitted really early onto the medium,
He did.
so
Yeah, he did.
only 5 laps to go as well. It's
Not much. Sorry to interrupt, Roy boy, on the inside of Plankton.
I thought that's what you'd be
flashbacks.
watching.
Absolutely. I mean, these two are just comedy gold.
like we're Vietnam here.
As we go up there again, side by side up here, Roy Boy gets the move done, but I don't think that's move over.
No, it's not.
Oh, down the inside.
Look at this!
No.
Have it!
Surely they're not going side by side into
Oh,
Mackett
yes.
and Beckett's.
Oh, yes, they are,
Yes,
Brad.
they are. Yeah, oh my god!
Oh, this is looking really sick.
Boy. On the outside! Do
Oh,
it!
it's
Go
still.
on,
Oh,
go
what a move
Yes,
there from Plankton!
What a Plankton move! Wow.
Wow.
I don't give a shit. Sorry, guys, I don't give a shit. This is P14 and P15. This is great.
They are spoiling
Can we
us
just watch
here.
this? Rage, you are the best. I don't care. These two are funnier.
Oh, wow. Honestly, these guys just no issue given, no issue to who's behind them, who's in front of them, what the gap is. These guys have just got one agenda at the top of the list. Get past that Red Bull. Get past that McLaren.
But to be honest, that move from Plankton there, it's one of the best I've seen in a while.
Oh, it
That was
fantastic.
well done.
Such a difficult circuit to do that round as well. Oh, it's great to watch.
Yeah, they're fighting. Just
We are biased here, ladies and gentlemen, but this is actually the closest battle on trackers. Wow, look at this. Great move from Roy.
Plankton still on the inside for the
He's still sticking the
switchback.
nose in there, isn't he? Yeah, still sticking the nose. I think he's going to hang back for the DRS. Luma, meanwhile, with a fastest lap of 28.5. That's a great lap. Look at
Plankton's
this.
going to come up on the outside of Cops.
Surely not. Oh, this is not the place, Plank. Oh!
Great respectful
Look
driving.
at
Roy Boy could have
this.
pushed him wide there.
Oh, wow. I love this.
Still side by
Look
side.
at that. Take a picture, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Oh,
Plankton.
wow.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Ooh, Leemeister's out
Leemeister has
in the
DNF.
pits.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Safety
I don't
car.
care.
Safety
Look
car.
at
Oh,
it.
it's a,
Safety car.
Wow.
it's real. Oh,
Wowzers.
this is crucial for T-Mike and Nick Evan.
Wow.
This is huge. So we've got
Wow.
a huge pit stop opportunity here.
I
Whoa.
think he crashed onto the pit straight and not in.
Yeah, I thought he retired on track, Tom. I was with you. But
Yeah, he's on the pit. On the on the straight.
Yeah, he's there on the
Yes.
right hand side. Yeah.
wow, this is huge. So Rage Bolly with a 12-second advantage is going to be disappeared. Nick Evan on the softs. Wow, watch this space. I'll be back in 2 minutes, ladies and gents.
Who's going to
Right,
pits?
so Bolly stays out, importantly.
Tiamia as well.
Dio stays out. Weetraz stays out. Nick Evans stays out.
Yeah.
Nilly stays out. Is anybody going to make this move? Have they got a good enough gap behind them? Let's not forget, it's a great opportunity to pit. We're going to get, what, Tom, 2 laps behind the safety car and then maybe a quick 2 laps at the end, so...
It's
who's got nothing to
understandable that they
lose?
don't pit because it's only 2 laps and to make
Yeah.
up all those
Oh,
places
here
in 2
we go.
laps.
So Matteo
Matteo.
pits from P9,
Just more
Porto
pits,
Velos
yeah.
pits from P10, See You Later pits from P11. Brother Adam hanging around on the hanger straight there. I think he might have to slow
Oh,
down.
see you
for
later.
safety.
5 seconds penalty as well.
Ooh, that's a killer. Oh, Justin disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. What happened there?
Oh.
For ignoring safety car conditions, I think that was. Oh, wow. Huge blow.
Well, but Nick Evan will be on a virtual P3 and then you have T-Mike in a
Yeah.
virtual P4 then.
Yeah, Tom, this absolutely worth pointing out the penalties here. This absolutely kills the guys with the penalties because by the time the safety car comes in, we're going to have 2 laps of racing here. Everybody bunched up behind the safety car. You've got Weetraz in P3 with a 3-second penalty. Nilly P5, Luma P6, both with 3 seconds. Twan with 3 seconds. Everybody from P10 backwards with penalties. So huge, huge. I mean, Matteo down in P9 with no penalties, he could make huge gains here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's those last laps will be spicy, and I think a lot of drama as well.
Just a comment there from Brother Adam. I don't know how he's commentating during the stream, but he says he's very glad that there's a safety car. He has no fuel left. Sorry if I've just given you away to other drivers there, Adam. Anybody else around Brother Adam? He has no fuel left.
Well, he is in P15 with 8 seconds, so it will be hard for him to get into the points, but...
Am I right in thinking, okay, so a comment on the stream here from Jamie, I'm pretty sure that's Plankton. He's just put, what about that one? I'm pretty sure I think he's referring to his own battle there and his own overtake. If that's what you mean, then yes, what about that one?
Yeah, but which one?
All of them.
Yes, there was about 6.
Mate, Plankton, if you hear this, you gotta make a compilation of this race and your moves, man.
Yeah.
I want to see that very badly.
I did call it last week, but Plankton, the commentator's wet dream himself, he is fantastic to watch.
You gotta give a shout to Roy Boy as well. He got his moments this race, but his racing as well.
It takes two to tango, but these two, I mean, for the entertainment value itself, these two should be P5, P6. In my opinion.
Yeah, they spoiled this.
Yeah, the safety car is a shame. In fairness, I mean, how many laps are going to get? 1 or 2?
Yeah. I think we'll 2 laps. Well, I don't know. I think I quite like it because now everybody's bunched up again and just for the final 2 laps, just pushing full on.
Yeah, but the problem for you, Tom, is you've got to capture it on camera.
Yeah, that's true. I was struggling in the first 5 laps already.
I thought you were. Yeah, it's where do you put the camera? Do you put it in the top 4, top 3 battle, or do you put it on Plankton and Royboy? I know where I'm going to be watching.
I think we have to look out for Nick Evan because he wants to make some moves on Wetras and then Theo and maybe Race Body.
I agree. Well, Nick Evan is currently he's net P3. So the safety car comes in this lap. So what's Rage Bolly going to do? When is he going to go? What do you reckon, Tom?
I think it's a win for Rage Bolly. I think TME and Wetras will hold off Nick Evan.
Yeah, Tio's got fantastic pace here. Final comment from the stream there. Plankton says, Royboy is a lovely racer. Can't tell if that's sarcasm.
Lovely racing. Well, I enjoy it.
I think he's being genuine. Let's see the safety car restart here. When's Bolly going to go?
Royboy is... Bolly is waiting. He's waiting. I think he's gone. He's gone. Yeah. He's gone. Great restart. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick Evan has a little bit of a gap there. There's already T-Mike. Oh no, T-Mike.
T-Mike.
Oh.
That's unlucky for T-Mike.
Great result for him is gone now.
Yeah.
Reduced to Adams.
Unlucky for T-Mike. Yeah, it's such a great showing from CL2. From the CL2 Massive. Yeah. Weechaz has had a great restart, but he has got that 3 seconds penalty.
Nick Evan now closing in on Wetras.
Sorry, boys, I am watching Plankton and Royboy. Royboy's got past Plankton. Meanwhile.
And Matteo on P8 behind all those penalties.
Yeah, Matteo, you're great shout, Tom. I think he's looking good for a P5. As things stands. Bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lap and a half left. Weechaz with another 3 seconds penalty. That's huge. That's huge.
Killer. This stage in the race.
That puts him technically down to P13 at the minute.
Oh, that's great news for Matteo there. Oh.
See you later with another penalty now. 14 seconds of penalties.
I don't want to be harsh, but to get 14 seconds worth of penalties, I'm sorry.
That's a lot.
It's pretty poor.
Mind you, Royboy CL-1 only with 12 seconds of penalties, so...
Yeah, but it's Roy.
Roy. Crazy
Matteo has to hold on for 1 lap to just be given that P3 there.
He's used all of it in that lap. He's going for it. Go on, Matteo. Do it, Mr. 574. T-Mike, speed in the pit lane. It's all gone wrong.
If
You're
T-Mike,
gonna retire.
if T-Mike didn't crash, he was ahead of Matteo, and
Yeah,
oh,
T-Mike was having a great race. In fairness to him, he's
think
such
it
a great
will,
racer. Well, Bolly's made this look easy, ladies and gentlemen. He's made it look easy. He's outside the DRS. It's game over. We trust 6 seconds is going to kill him. It really
Tio's
is.
not giving up, you know. He's 1.1 behind Bolly. He's going to have one shot and one shot only, but I do think Bolly's
there's no DRS
gone.
as well.
Game over.
Good shout.
Game over. Nick Evan, yeah, it's looking good for a P3. Don't think he's going to have a shout on Tio, so nearly going really wide there. Really, really wide.
But Retro is closing in on Tio Mio now. Is there some drama in the last corners?
Shall we see?
Ooh.
I don't think there will be. They're both using all the battery. Let's have a look. There's no DRS. No DRS, guys.
No.
Such a shame.
Oh, and I nearly going down the inside of Nick there.
Nick. He's lost it.
A nice Tokyo drift from him, and it's Rage Body going.
Look at Twan on the mediums having a go on Luma, but he's...
And he wins the race with the fastest lap as well, and it's Tio Mio.
Velos on the inside of... Oh!
More Velos slaps Matteo off the track there at the end, but Matteo manages to hold on to P4.
Great for Matteo.
Oh,
fantastic for Matteo.
What a race.
See you later, got another 3 seconds there, so that's 17 seconds. Kudos.
Nick Evan driver of the day.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Apart from Rage, but I would agree with that.
Just from where he's come, it's a really deserved podium. Really deserved win for Rage Bolly, just dominated this race basically, and then you have Tio Mio with just a nice drive.
I think I called 2 of them, guys. I think I called 2 of those.
And then Nick Evan with just a fantastic P3 there, just kept it clean and just
alternate strategy. He made it work. He kept it clean. You know, the safety car did help him, but look at that fastest lap from Rage.
Yeah, and a big shout to Matteo on P4. Just
100%. Alpine's great team effort there.
Yeah, the P1 and P4. That's when Roy was still 12.
Yeah, Roy Boy 0 points. I mean, that's huge for the top of the championship.
Yeah, so we have Matteo on P4, Ainelli P5, Luma P6, Twan P7, Wetters P8, Just Motivated still P9, and Cherokee P in P10.
Yeah, Weetraz was a massive. He lost a lot of points there with that extra 3 seconds penalty. I think he would have finished P4, P5, but I think he ended up P8, P8, something like that.
Yeah, killer there at the end. Absolute killer, unfortunately, with those penalties.
That's a risk with the safety car, but boys, what a great race.
Yeah, still off the podium interviews with the Alpine. Let's invite them. Who wants to do the honor to interview these guys?
Hutchie is a great interviewer.
Alright.
I don't know.
Let me invite Rich Bolly. Yeah, for sure.
Great quality in this division.
Well, invited them. Let's see if they join. I already saw Rage Bolly just casually already jumped onto another game.
As you do. Thanks. I win this one. I'll just move on to another game. Thank you. He doesn't need to be interviewed. He joins the party anyway. But I mean, wow, what a race.
Alright.
Joins as well. That's great to see.
They're all here, so
and here is Nick Evan, a great podium party.
Liam, the stage is yours.
Well, we'll start down with P3, I guess. And Nick, I mean, I bet you did not expect a podium from the position you started in. Can you just talk us through that one, please?
No, I did not expect that at all, to be honest. My quality was bad. Everyone was so close to each other, so it was difficult to gain something. But I bottled it in the last run. So I started at P13, I guess, and went for the alternative strategy, and it worked out. The safety car helped me really out at the end, because I saw that the Wheatgrass had the same pace I had on the medium, so I wasn't gaining anything. So yeah, it was a challenging race, because in the first stint Roy and Plankton were battling in front of me. I think everyone saw that, but
shout out to those two. I mean, what a battle,
Jeez.
all race long. Jeez, indeed, what a great battle that was.
Yeah, but yeah, I was just waiting and took my chance when it came, and after that just maintaining the pace and drive it home after the safety car.
Yeah, just a quick question, Nick. Obviously, I was watching from your position on that great battle between Roy and Plankton. You saved your battery there. Were you just waiting for something to happen?
Yeah. I was just waiting, and I was with Roy in the party as well. So, and Maciek, our teammate, our team boss, said to me, just spare your energy and use it when it's the best time. So yeah, and after that I saw that Roy was driving away from him, and I was gaining really close on him. So I used it and went past him. So yeah.
Yeah, was that not team orders then? Because I noticed on the stream that you seemed to be quicker than Roy at the start, especially on the opposite tyres.
Yeah, I said it to him, because when I got past Plankton, I was on the first main straight and I was catching with the DRS like insane, and I thought, okay, I'll wait and stay behind him. But after that I just threw left field, and it's on the back straight it was immense. So yeah. I said to him, mate, I have more pace, just leave me to it. And yeah, that's it.
It is a team sport anyway. But yeah, great race, Nick. I mean, to end up on a podium, you must be delighted. What do you think about next week in Singapore?
I don't know about that one. No, we'll see. Every game I struggle with the circuit, so we'll see.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations again for the podium, Nick. Great racing. Theo Mayo, P2. I predicted it at the start of the race, but you deserved the podium. Talk us through that one, Theo.
Good evening, mates.
Good evening.
Yeah, I actually had a pretty decent quali, P4. I was pretty happy with my lap. I dropped to P5 after lap 1, but managed to climb up through some nice battles. And yeah, actually it was a super consistent race. I think from behind I was constantly under pressure from Wetras, and was trying to keep up with I don't know the name. I think Robin, and he spun in front of me. Coming out of cups. So then I thought, podium is definitely possible. Just get to the finish line. Then a safety car came, so I got a bit nervous, but luckily no runners on fresh shots behind. So managed to pull it off, and really happy. Yes, I think the first race I had a win in Mexico, and then a couple of P6s DNF. So it's about time. This was about time, and finishing behind Bolly feels like a win basically, because
yeah, I mean, we'll get on to Bolly shortly, but let's just say differently. But consistency there, Theo, you mentioned that. I mean, your lap time seemed very, very consistent. I mean, what were you thinking when that safety car came up?
I was looking at who was going in. I even doubted myself. I didn't know what the pace advantage would be, but then I calculated it would be around 2 laps. Just full battery deploy for 2 laps, and I saw some people with time penalties behind. So I was a bit confident, but you never know if someone will make a dive bomb. So really happy to make it.
God love a dive bomb, but great podium, Theo. I mean, what do you think about Singapore next week?
It's been a while, but let's see. I like the taste of podium, but I don't think we raced there last year, right? I think the year before I was pretty awful, so maybe need to get some practice in. Let's see.
Get some practice in this. And what are your hopes for the rest of this year in terms of the championship?
I'm not really looking at the championship. Looking at some races, I already had this one picked out. Like I really like Silverstone. So yeah, honestly, I was hoping to get on the podium. I might pick some others out. I'm not sure if Singapore will be one though.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on the P2. Great result for yourself.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
Mr. Rage Bowley. I mean, wow. Dominant from lap 1 to lap 20 or whatever it was. And then the safety car came out. I mean, just talk to us about that first stint.
Well, yeah, the pace was just was amazing. I didn't expect the pace to be this strong. I thought maybe I would get a battle with Robin because I know him and he's very fast. But yeah, I dominated the race. The quality wasn't that good. Could go faster, but made some mistakes in the final corner.
Yeah, but Rage, your banker lap was 4 times quicker than last lap.
yeah, I know, but yeah, didn't felt good. But yeah, overall it was a very good race, and yeah, the first stint was just amazing until the safety car just got a little stress. But yeah. My brother told me to keep out, and because my pace was faster, and just dominate the race.
Yeah, I mean, at the end with the safety car, because it bunched everybody up, it was all about who had penalties and who didn't. I mean, did you get any warnings in that race, Rage?
Well, in the first stint with Neely behind me, I was focusing on him because he was gaining. I went wide in cops, so there was a little bit of a heart attack because the rear started slipping. But yeah, I held it and just pushed forward and yeah, got to win.
Great stuff. And what are you feeling about the championship now?
Well, it's gonna be exciting. Yeah, let's hope, but not gonna say it too loud. But yeah, we will see.
Come on, Bolly, your favourite. Just say it. Tell everybody now. You're the best. Nobody's gonna beat you.
Nah, I'm not gonna say it now, man. No, not yet. Made some mistakes. Maybe. We will see in Singapore.
In fairness, we didn't see any mistakes from you. You didn't get much airtime because you were that quick. Full compliments to you. You know, it was such a great stint. I think you were. Was it 20 seconds in front of Teo after that? Before the safety car. Completely dominant. It was superb.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to Singapore. I mean, what do you feel about that
track? Singapore, I drove it like a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the track is, I like it. It's pretty tough. It's challenging. That's what I like. So yeah, we will see what will happen, and let's hope for a win again.
Well, the best of luck, and another great victory for yourself tonight, mate. Yeah. It'd be great to watch the last few races of the season. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to all the drivers and their podiums. Just a great race to watch, and I really enjoyed it with Liam and Brett as well. Yeah, so we had a great time tonight. And yeah, next week, Singapore, a hard track. Not a big favorite of a lot of the drivers, but yeah, we'll see then what will happen and with the championship as well in Tier 1. But yeah, thanks Liam and Brett for an amazing night, and also thanks to the drivers for an amazing race.
Yeah, thanks Tom, thanks a lot, congrats guys, well done.
Anything to say Liam or...
Just yeah, what a great race! You know, great circuit, great race. I can't wait for the last few races of this season. I think CL-1 is the place to be.
Yeah.
I never get bored of commentating on these races on a Friday night because the quality of the racing and the podiums are just really good. So thanks, fellas. It's really good to comment and watch those races. And thanks for having us tonight, Tom.
Yeah. See you again next week, and hopefully we'll see you there.